Hello, everybody. So I'm back to Skyrim. I've actually been back to Skyrim for about 200 hours now. I stopped playing back in June when the Steam Summer Sale came out. I bought a ton of games and I only tried about half of them. I got pretty heavily into Dragon Age, played all three of those, but all the other games I tried I wasn't really into. I even tried some of the old titles like Baldur's Gate and Vampire Bloodlines, and I mean they were good games, but they just can't compare to the combination of RPG plus first-person combat that you can kind of get in Skyrim. And I don't know why I've spent so many hours on Skyrim. It's just the game that outlasts all the others. I even tried going back to playing Diablo 3 a bit with Salty Shanty there, who also plays Requiem. But man, I put 10,000 hours into Diablo. I don't think I can play it anymore. I'm just done with that whole game. So after messing around for a while in non-Requiem Skyrim and doing a pretty thorough playthrough, I finally borked my game up. I installed a bunch of heavy mods, including like all the huge DLCs that were made by just modders. And I don't want to blame any single modder because I've said this before and it's been all my fault, but I just kept crashing to desktop on Beyond Reach. I don't know why. Everything was fine, and then I started playing Beyond Reach and it was just constant crashes to desktop, and I just couldn't deal with that. Even after I installed it and I cleaned it with Save Game Script Cleaner, it was no good. The whole game was fucked. So here we are. I wanted to play Requiem again anyway, and I wanted to do a real mage, a real battle mage, a heavy armor magic user, which I've never done before. I haven't even got past like level 10 or something with a magic user before, because I don't know. I just never been able to do it. I've never been able to figure out how to magic properly. I always end up just being an archer. So my last 200-hour playthrough recently was an archer, and so yeah, that's why I really need feedback on how to do this build. I don't know what I'm really doing, and I need feedback in the early game at the very least, like how to get started. I got a little bit of info from Salty Shanty about either starting as a heavy armor sword and board and then switching to magic later, or starting with magic and then adding heavy armor after the fact. So I don't know. The reason I want to go heavy armor is just because despite my 2,000 hours in Skyrim, I still suck as a gamer. I got killed in the non-Requiem constantly as well. But I mean, I always overdo it. I add a ton of mods, and so you'll see my mod list. There's nothing too crazy in this one. It's pretty much straight Requiem with Minor Arcana installed and actually behind the curtain as well. So I know there's quite a few change-ups there from vanilla Requiem, but other than that, I just wanted to make a comment here because I don't think I've said it before, but I've tried to make this as safe for work as possible, these videos. I removed any nudity that might have been in the game before, but I don't know. I would say that with the physics that I've enabled on some of the female characters, you might not want to watch this in the presence of people who might get offended. I just thought I should mention, I mean, Skyrim is a mature rated game, but what can I say? I like the physics, and I'm gonna keep it. I toned down the body a bit, make it more realistically proportioned to real life as opposed to some kind of porn body. But yeah, there it is. So, and all the outfits are vanilla. They're just vanilla with body slide. So there's no skimpiness to any. If you see anything skimpy, it's in the vanilla game, and it's not my fault. Anyway, so do a little safe for work check here. I mean, it's not totally safe for work, but she's wearing underwear, and so put those back on. Anyway, that's what I got from my Skyrim Unbound alternate start there. Vegetable soup, which is helpful. Wine, which is useless in Requiem because it only penalizes you. As we know, alcohol over penalizes you in Requiem. As you can see there, I had 1,499 saves on my last game, so yeah, I did do quite a bit of work there. So my face light mod, I just like to be able to see myself in the dark. I don't like searching for myself on my own screen. By the way, my EMB is Seasons of Skyrim HDR. It looks gorgeous. I haven't found an EMB that looks this amazing, but I'm going to tell you what, it's heavily dark. It's really, really dark in dungeons. So I don't know how it's going to look on YouTube, or, you know, if it gets out of control and nobody can see anything and it becomes pointless, then yeah, I'll swap it out for my last EMB that I used my last playthrough. CREMB, it's very, very, very bright. But I'll tell you what, like this EMB is fantastic. Anyway, closer look by fading signal allows you to zoom in. I'm mainly using this mod as a means of zooming in while I'm talking to people, because face-to-face mod, it's a very popular mod, but it has a ton of script lag. I mean, I thought it was just my old computer, because when I had an old computer, I thought it was my fault. But now that I have like a killer, brand new, you know, not state of the art, but it's a pretty killer computer, and there's still script lag, then man, it's not, I don't think it's me. So fading signals, closer look is just immediate field of view dynamic change, and it's awesome. It's a great mod. I mean, it's a little cheaty, I guess, if you use it to zoom in and find enemies, but I don't intend to do that. Anyway, so I got Atlas map markers. I'm a map marker whore. I love seeing all the locations, and I like cheating to get all the locations on my map first. I just, I don't even justify it from a role-playing perspective. I just like to know where everything is, and then go get it when I want to. I also created my own little mod. Well, it's not, there's a mod called Dungeon Quest Awareness on Nexus, and it's fairly dated. What I did was I created a Redux, and all that Redux is that I added Dawnguard and Dragonborn support just in TS5 edit. That's all I did. I just added some locations that he left out. So that means that I can go on the map and look at locations that I haven't discovered yet and decide, is that tied to a quest, and if it is, I don't have to do it at that time. So with complete crafting overhaul, I don't care about crafting. I've never done crafting ever. I hate it, but I just use it because I get the Cloaks of Skyrim and the Bandoliers and the Winter's Coming all in one plugin. I got dynamic stealth, dying to load for load. I have had crashing problems with dying to load before, but we'll see. You know, it was fairly stable for like 150 hours in my last playthrough, so yeah, immersive HUD, of course, is, I like to have a pretty clean screen. Minimal HUD, it makes an even cleaner layout. More HUD, just more information on every object that you look at. So Requiem needs a few tweaks in order to play it. First is, you don't want to bull rush the guards and get killed. You want to be able to change armor in combat, because sometimes you're not in combat, but the stupid game thinks you are, and you can't change your armor, and it's stupid. Obviously, you don't want to exploit it too much, because you could kind of swap out your armor in the middle of a battle, which would be kind of fake. But the poison's visual effects are terrible on Requiem. I hate it. And the horses are way too fast, so I just turn that down. Safe autosave is really important, because you forget to save and you crash the desktop, and you can lose like 30 minutes. Sky UI, I just turned the quantity menu minimum count to 100 so that actually I think is it 100 minimum count? Yeah, I think that's right. So that I can just get all the experience on selling to vendors. Timing is everything. I have a fist preset, so it remembers all my presets. Basically, all I'm doing here is I don't want to get attacked by vampires. It's dumb. It's a dumb feature, and it eliminates the need to use run for your lives and vampires attack. Oh, and I'm not using dragons. Hate dragons. I've always hated dragons, which kind of kills the main quest, doesn't it? But the dragons, first of all, there's no mod that can fix dragons. Dragons are just fucking dumb in Skyrim. They fly around dumb. There's no point to them. They're not fun.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
I don't see any point to having dragons. I just turn off all the Falmar attacks, the bounty attacks, all that stuff. And I think I'm looking to play a moral character, because I just played an assassin in my non-Requiem playthrough. So a moral character who is a mage, and yeah, I'm a Breton, as you can see, dragon skin, Stone of the Apprentice, picked through my Skyrim Unbound alternate start, and at this point, so I've been spawned at this hunter camp right by Dawnstar, which is kind of a shit location actually, because there's no wagon leaving Dawnstar. I gotta run for it somewhere, and I'm in no condition to fight anything. I could fight the Horkers, I guess, but I would risk getting in range. I gotta get to Winterhold, I guess. That would be a good place to get some experience points. Got a Staff of Sparks. Yeah, and my mage robes have no magical properties, so it's not a great start. The only good thing is I got a 2,400 gold, which would help me. Not many potions. A little bit of soup. And quite a few lockpicks, which is good. So yeah, I made this video because I want you to tell me what I should do. I don't know how to start this. I don't know how to mage. I'm not even going to pick my skills yet. My guess is I should pick 1 point in Wolf, Conjuration, to get the Wolf, because the Wolf is an ass-saving good time in the early game. I mean, I can't think of any other way. Like, you can cast the Wolf and run away and escape, cast the Wolf and kill enemies, and then the other two perks, yeah, I don't really know. All I know is I want to work towards becoming a Battlemage, and that's the goal. I'm not going to do alchemy. I don't want to pick up a million ingredients again. I do alchemy every single time. I don't want to do it. That's why I'm going to go battle heavy armor and see how that goes. So yeah, at this point I just need advice. Tell me what I should do. Let's get some feedback, and thanks for watching.